Mr. Jonathan Lee Iverson is in studio. Sir, good morning.
Good morning to you. WOC 1420 AM News Talk.
What are you trying to plug? Are you trying to get an audition for my
Oh,
job
man.
now?
No, I don't want your job, brother. I'm too high on circus. Too high on Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, the greatest show on earth. Thank you for having me.
Now, let's talk about your background, because you were the youngest ringmaster ever for the circus?
That's right. Young and pretty and just fascinating. No, it was wonderful. I was about 22 years old, and I was fresh out of college. And, of course, you know, you're broke, scared, trembling in the cold. And it's funny. It was like The Matrix, only the circus version. You know, these people found me in an audition for a dinner theater. I was auditioning for a dinner theater, and it so happened the director of the dinner theater was also directing Ringling Brothers.
And said, hey, this guy might be okay.
Yeah. And I said, hey, I like that check. And the rest was history. It was really good. And I've been with him for 13 years.
Now, you were a trained tenor. That's what you
I was
did some
actually
acting?
pursuing a career in opera. I went to the University of Hartford, Hart School of Music. Before then, I was in the Boys Choir of Harlem. In New York City, I went to Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts. So I was being groomed for a career on the stage, and that was the plan. But of course, God said, boy, don't I have a good one for you. And you know, when this opportunity came around, obviously I knew about Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. It's one of the greatest American brands. It's the longest running hit show in the history of the world, 141 years going strong. And, you know, to be asked about being the ringmaster, I mean, just hearing that. Now, when I was 22, I'm single, I'm young, I'm going, man, that would be a great pickup line. That was my first thought. I was like, yes, just to be able to whip that on some woman. Hey, yeah, what do you do? I'm the ringmaster. I mean, it's a turn on enough for a man to have a job. And then for something like that, it sounds like a spy, you know. I was just blown away, you know, that anybody would offer it. But, you know, I got it. I had to audition. I think I had to go up against 30 different gentlemen. And, you know, the rest was history. It just really worked out, and I've been having fun ever since.
Now, you took a brief respite. You left for a little bit, and that's when you decided, I think this stuff's in my blood. I need to get back.
Yeah, you know, I was warned by a wonderful ringmaster. He wasn't a ringmaster with Ringling Brothers, but, you know, circus community is very close. And this gentleman by the name of John Fugate once told me, he wrote me a kind letter, and he said, once you get that sawdust in your blood, you'll never be the same. And every circus person will tell you that is the absolute truth. And, you know, the first time I left circus, I call her the first time I left her, I always call her my girl. You know, we need a break. So we need a break. And, boy, I found out how miserable I was without her. I did theater, and I did commercials, and I did a little freelance writing here and some voiceover, and I did all those things, and they were wonderful, but it wasn't her. You know, there's something about waking up in the morning and your coworker is a 10,000-pound pachyderm. I mean, it's just a different thrill. Nothing impresses you anymore. That was it. Nothing impressed me. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, nothing can live up to her. And so when she called me back and said, I'm going to give you another shot, loser, I said, okay, I'll do it. Yes. Yes.
Well, you got to, everything kicks off tonight, 7 o'clock show.
Yes,
another
at
7
Our
o'clock
Wireless
show.
Arena, right?
iWireless
Yeah,
Center.
I don't even know where I'm at. Yeah, Our Wireless Center. And yes, it's going to be a wonderful show. Everybody has to come out. You come out an hour before every show, and there's a pre-show. And you get to meet all the performers. It's free with your ticket. You get to meet all the performers. It's hosted by an authentic, real American cowboy. He's third-generation cowboy. It's a lot of fun. You get to try on vintage costumes, get the autographs from your favorite circus stars, and you get to enter your name in to win an elephant painting by Kelly Ann. I mean, it's a lot of fun. You really get to get up and close and personal with the stars of the greatest show on earth. And then you get to enjoy the actual show. So you're getting a lot for your buck.
Can there be anything better than being able to be out there and put a smile on a kid's face?
There's nothing better than putting a smile on an adult's face. Because here's the thing, we don't make great shows for children. We make shows for the kid and everybody. And the biggest thrill for me is seeing adults my age, much older, who are just giddy, more giddy than their kid, when their kid is looking at them like they're strange. Because kids, you know, it's not hard to get them. They think of this stuff. I mean, I have 2 children, so I know their imaginations, they're not even impressed with the show anymore. I mean, my daughter will dance to the music a little bit, but that's about it. Kids aren't impressed with this. The adults, to see the adults recapture that wonder, to see that gasp look on their face, the claps hands on their mouth, and they just can't believe what they're seeing. That is the biggest thrill for me, to see someone, because, you know, the older you get, I don't know what it is, you just lose that sense of wonder. You know, suddenly you have to be so cynical. You know, you're cynical, everything, you have to, you want an explanation for every little thing, and suddenly you can't believe in anything. Life knocks you around a little bit, and you stop believing in marvelous things. And then you come to this, the greatest show on earth, and you say, wow, look at the possibilities that human beings have. I mean, that's a thrilling thing to watch. I mean, it's so amazing. I ran into this beautiful elderly couple in Dallas, Texas, and this lady, I mean, you would have thought she was 12. I mean, she was just bouncing, and it was her birthday, and she always spends her birthday at the greatest show on earth. She said, I love it. This is the happiest place on earth. I love it, I love it, I love it. And she was kissing her husband like they were like teenagers. It was beautiful to watch. I mean, it's a time machine. It makes you young again. The greatest show on earth makes you young again.
If you, before we run out of time, give me some of the highlights. What are folks going to see?
The highlight is,
wow.
It's the greatest show on earth. You're going to see the world-famous Torres family, the greatest daredevils in the world. They enter inside a 16-foot sphere, the globe of steel, 7 motorcycles going 70 miles per hour within inches of each other, and it features their gorgeous sister, Carmen. You don't want to miss her when she whips off that helmet. It'll send you up. We have the Duo Fusion, this beautiful, beautiful hand-balancing tango act. I mean, the wife is barely 5'2". She's barely 100 pounds, and in red 3-inch pumps, she's balancing her husband of 150 pounds of muscle over her head. She's doing the heavy lifting. Wow. We have a strong man who will attempt to bench press over half a ton of weight. We have the elephants, we have the tigers, we have all the exotic animals. We have a 60-year-old who's doing backward double somersaults on double stilts. So, I mean, we have a lot of things going on in the show, and it doesn't stop. It's just one adventure after another. Believe me, when you come to this show, you're going to be blown away. And if it's your first time coming to the Ringling Brothers show, which I think everybody by now should have gone to the Ringling, everybody should experience a Ringling Brothers show. And if your parents didn't let you experience a Ringling Brothers show, you can sue them, because that's abuse.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I talked to Eric Holder this morning, and we're drafting an ordinance now. It's abusive. You have to go to a Ringling Brothers show, because, I mean, you have to recapture that wonder. You just have to have that. It's magical. And I'm telling you, I love being a ringmaster, because I can just run my mouth and tell you, I guarantee you will be blown away. You're going to have a great time. It's the greatest show on earth, and we mean it.
Jonathan, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it once again. 7 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock on Friday night, 3 shows on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. You're going to be a busy guy.
Yeah, remember, 1 hour before the show, pre-show.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you for having me.
7:45.